Where's Bitcoin headed? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin today. And sorry, I recorded a video earlier and didn't realize till afterwards it was only half recorded. So I had to redo it. This is the redo. I will not be doing a Litecoin video today. So I will leave yesterday's Litecoin video in the top, up in the corner. You guys can click on it towards the end of the video. But anyways, I am going to also take a look at the gold bottom in 99 compared to Bitcoin today. It's a very interesting chart, and we're going to dig into it and take a look at it at the end. So let's get into the charts.
1, 2, 3, jump!
All right, guys. As always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. So I'm going to try to make this quick. Like I said, I made a whole video a little bit ago and then didn't realize till I uploaded it, only half of it was there. So hopefully it works out better this time. Anyways, looking at the symmetrical triangle here, guys. And as most of you know, if you've been watching my videos, and yeah, by the way, if you're new here or you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand side of the screen, and give it a big thumbs up and leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and you can also tick the little notification bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos so you don't miss out on anything. But yeah, let's get into the charts here. So the symmetrical triangle I've been watching, and you guys that have been watching know that I do strongly believe that this was the bottom over here. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but that is just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do believe that that was the bottom. And that's not to say, guys, I'm not saying that we're shooting to the moon from here. I am just saying that I believe that this is the bottom, and we could go up and come back down and do a double bottom, or come into the 3250 to 3300 range, and I'm going to discuss that here in a minute. So let's start out by doing a measured move on this, and also I want to remind you to stick around to the end. I got an interesting chart comparison for the Bitcoin bottom in 99 to, I'm sorry, the gold bottom in 99 to the Bitcoin chart today. It's extremely interesting, so stick around to check it out. But okay, if we were to break up out of this symmetrical triangle, I have the target around the $4,900 to $5,000 range right in here. And guys, these are not exact when we do these measure moves, but it gives us a rough estimate. So that is if we break out of this top symmetrical triangle here. Now I do have another measured move if we were to break out of the bottom of the symmetrical triangle, which would be right down in the $2,200 range. And it probably wouldn't drop straight down to 2,200. Obviously, we might have a big sell-off, get, some accumulation, drop back down, test resistance here at the $2,500 range, and then we're looking at this down here for the $2,200 range, somewhere in this area. So anyways, let's move on. Let's get in a little bit. I don't know why that line's dotted. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go into the RSI. As you guys know, I like the RSI. I don't use a whole lot of indicators just because I think it just adds confusion to everything. We're going to look at the 4 hour first. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look at the daily RSI first. If you guys remember, if you've been watching my videos, I had this falling wedge or descending wedge, whatever you want to call it here. The yellow lines coming down, and we were respecting it very well. And I had said if we broke out, we were going to have a nice move up, a nice bullish move up. And we did break out here, but then we got resistance here, came back down, tested the top of the wedge, came back up, resistance here again. So I drew this red red line, and then we were looking, got resistance down here and broke through the red line, and it became bullish. So now we're going to look at the 4 hour. And I've been watching the symmetrical triangle in the 4 hour, and as you can see, this explains why I'm expecting another move up. I know a lot of people are saying that they think it's going to be a BART pattern or whatnot and go straight down, which is possible, but I don't believe that's what's going to happen here. If we look at this symmetrical triangle, where we broke out of it here on the bullish move, came back down, tested the top of the symmetrical triangle for support, came up, come back down, broke support, came back down, broke back up through the resistance, and came back down through the support. Now this bottom line seems like a very strong support trend line, and we are bouncing off it right now in this 4 hour candle. So I do believe we have another move up. Again, this is only my opinion, but this is what I'm seeing, and I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So if you remember yesterday, in the last few days, I've been saying this was going to be a big area of resistance, this 36.44 range, and we popped up through it today, came back down. And looking at the bull flag that I've had drawn, and the first line I have drawn was the lower one here, and we had broke through up here, and people at first, we thought that was a bull trap. Well, I drew another line using that off the tip of this coming down, and if we zoom in, you can see kind of how everything reacted. We came back up through this support, or this resistance, broke up through here, which looked like another bull trap, then back down, and then we got support on the top of this first line I drew, come back up, broke through this one, and now we're getting support. And if you look, this candle here, the last 4 hour candle, we got support on the 55 EMA, and a 200 EMA is where this candle that we're on now is getting support. And I believe we do have, you know, another big move up before possibility of going down, and we're going to take a look at that and do a measured move on this flagpole. I hope this helps you out, guys. Watching these videos kind of helps you learn. I hope you watch other people too, because you know there are a lot of different methods and a lot of different trading techniques, and I've tried a bunch, and I've just kind of picked what I like the best and what worked for me. And that's why I don't use a lot of indicators. I use my EMAs and my RSI, a little bit of MACD, not a whole lot. So the measured move off of the top of this triangle would be around the $3,900 range. But I'm trying to be conservative. I'm really looking at this 3850 range, and that's where I'm looking at for now. But there is another way to look at this, and I'm going to show you now. If let's move this over here, come up now. I could take my channel tool, and we could use the tip of the breakout over here and the tip of this breakout and come down, and it still looks like a bull flag in my opinion here. Now if we took the measured move, a breakout from this would be much higher. Let's take a look at that. Measure the flagpole, put it up to the top as if we were to break out up in this area, and that brings us up right into the $4,000 range, which would be right in this cluster here and this cluster here, which would make sense. Now if that happens, then that would break us out of the top of that symmetrical triangle, and then we would probably most likely come back down and test it for support. You know, we kind of have to wait till that happens to look at, you know, where we would test for support. But that is a definite possibility. But like I said, my target as of now is the 3850 range still, and I do believe we're going to have another bullish move up from here. before a move down. And like I said, technical analysis is not 100%. So, I could be wrong, and we could come back down here to, the $3,400 range, or even possibly the $3,250 to $3,300 range. But I'm not seeing that right now. I'm definitely seeing a bullish move up, in my opinion. Again, guys, this is only my opinion and my view of the market. So, all right. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. And I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to show you guys a comparison of gold in 99 when it bottomed compared to Bitcoin today. And it's very interesting to see what happened. And also, we'll kind of zoom in and look at the capitulation. Everybody, I say everybody, a lot of the bigger, YouTubers and whatnot say that, everybody's waiting for this capitulation candle. It has to have a capitulation candle. No, it doesn't. And I'm going to prove that to you with the gold chart. So anyways, let's get to it and check it out. All right. This is Bitcoin right now. And as you can see, I've drawn this dotted white line from the all-time high down to the 6,000 range right before we dumped, and all the way across. And this second line, the solid yellow line, I've drawn that from the second peak all the way down to the 6,000 part and across. And this bottom line here, yellow one on the bottom, is what I have as the long-term trend line. And in my opinion, I don't believe that's going to be broken, but let's look at where we're at here. Now, as you remember, the measured move was 3,900 to 5,000, and that's right up in this range. That would be in line with the 200 EMA, and that is, obviously still a possibility. Right now, we're getting resistance on the 55 EMA in the daily, but we're getting support on my 8, 13, and 21 EMA. So, like I said, I do believe we break up past this, and if we break up past this 55 EMA here, which is around 3,700 range, I believe that's going to be a pretty powerful move. So, all right. And like I said, I believe this yellow line here is going to hold as support because, again, I think this was our bottom here, and that's only my opinion. If we were to break down from here, obviously, I have another long-term trend line drawn at the bottom here that goes, across. But that brings us down to the 22 range, which, would make sense if we break this line. But guys, that's why we really got to watch these trend lines. So, all right. I am going to show you now what I was talking about with the gold chart. It's extremely interesting to me, and it makes a lot of sense. So, and I think it might to you too, but I know a lot of, especially the bearish people, they'll just disregard this, and it's, it's nothing, whatnot, and whatever, to each his own. So, but anyways, here is Bitcoin now, and then we're going to look at gold. As you can see, from the top, from the all-time high at this point in gold, which was in 70s, mind you, this is like 20 years here instead of, Bitcoin's year and a half or whatever. So now I'm looking that I drew this from the all-time high here, the dotted white line, just like in the Bitcoin, and the solid trend line here, and the long-term trend line on the bottom. And as you can see on gold, and you got to remember, guys, charts are all human emotion. That's what makes them. It's all human emotion. And if you think about it, today is a lot faster than back when this was done. We have the internet, we have social media, and way easier access to trading. So, I do see this as being a possible outcome. Now, will it shoot up just like this did? Probably not. I think we may go sideways for a ways yet. Like you see here, when we touched the once we came up and then come back down and touched again. And in Bitcoin, We've came back down and touched, but we may get another move up and then another, touch down to the bottom of this trend line. But if you look at that, that's just amazing to me, how how similar this chart is. And like I said, charts are based on human emotion, guys, but look how high that went up. Absolutely amazing. But anyways, and this is no guarantee, you know, it's just similarities that really caught my eye. I seen it on a post on Twitter now where they posted both charts, and I just wanted to dig in. But now I'm going to dig in a little bit to the bottom and see what the bottom of that looked like. See if we can find that big capitulation candle that everybody talks about. This is on the weekly, and I can go into the daily also when I'm done, but I do want to show you on the weekly. There's no big capitulation candle, guys. It's just, there just isn't one. If you look, you know, where's the big capitulation candle? And this was a bottom of a pretty big, you know, dump. And that's another reason, you know, this looks a lot like Bitcoin. And then you got the guys saying, the hyperwave, this is a hyperwave, it's got to go down to 2,500, it's got to go down to 1,000 or whatever. Well, this sure looked like a hyperwave to me, and that's not at all what happened. So I don't know, you know, you guys everybody's got to make their own decisions, and I just watch who you're listening to and believe. And that's why I strongly suggest everybody to learn to do your own charting and, you know, come up with your own conclusions. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to, you know, just the YouTube guys and whatnot. They're, you know, nobody knows exactly what this is going to do. I'm showing you my opinion and my view. That's all. And, you know, do with it what you will. But I'm just showing you some of the things I'm finding. I've just found this extremely interesting. So, yeah. Anyways, if you would, click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head if you like the content. That'll get you subscribed. Then you can tick the little notification bell to get you notified whenever I post new videos. And please give it a thumbs up and leave your comments. If you think anything that'll help me make the videos better or make the channel better, let me know. Also, let me know what you think of the gold to Bitcoin comparison. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.